My name is Alyssa Mahadeo, journalist and community reporter, and I dedicate my time to searching for the stories that matter the most. Positive, uplifting, and inspiring stories that spotlight the challenges and obstacles we conquer to become the people who we are today. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of all the fairy tale lifestyles that people seem to be living on social media. Girl, you did not wake up like that. I'm interested in the genuine connections, the honest opinions, and the real uncut version of your true self. This show is about keeping it 100% real, deconstructing who we are and what we're all about. Join me as we sit down with individuals to discuss the personal struggles, the many challenges, and the moments that define us on this journey of self-discovery. Let's be real, life isn't fair and people make mistakes, but every opportunity is a learning experience. Let's discover the truth together right here on Real Talk. Hey everyone, and welcome to another edition of Real Talk. I'm your host, Alyssa Mahadeo, and today I am super excited to bring on two of Brampton's local talent, actually, YouTwoTV, Jaz and Harjit. So guys, thank you so much for coming out.
Thanks for having us.
Really appreciate it. I am super excited to actually meet you guys. You know when you have like a little bit of like, oh my god, I've seen these guys on YouTube, and like now they're here in studio. That's kind of how I feel right now.
True.
But so you guys are doing really great things for yourself. I've seen you've already amassed over 700,000 subscribers on YouTube, and you guys are just, you're doing well. You know what I mean? You guys are out there, you're working, you're hustling, you're grinding, and I see you guys are taking over Brampton. Like, people are just like, oh,
we're trying.
So, guys, I want you to tell me a little bit about yourselves before we get started. I know people know you guys from YouTube. They've seen you do sketches and stuff like that. But who are Jaz and Harjit? And where have you guys come from? Where are your roots from?
You can start.
Do you want to start? Jaz, you want to start? Cool.
Okay, well, I was born and raised in Brampton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my parents are from India, so I'm like first generation Canadian.
Hey.
And yeah, I was born and raised here. I went to school for marketing. Didn't know what I wanted to do, and I stumbled upon this like YouTube world, fell in love, and now I'm here.
True. I'm also born and raised Brampton, and went to school here. Went to HB. And then I didn't go to university, didn't go to college. I skipped that. My mom was pissed, but I did it anyways. And then I went into videography. I shot weddings and engagements.
Cool.
And now I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah.
With my girlfriend.
So you guys you said you were in marketing before.
Yes.
Did you ever see yourself, ending up as an actress essentially?
Not at all. I went into marketing to go into social media, so I knew I would be doing something with social media, but I didn't know I'd be in front of the screen. I always thought I'd be like behind the screen or like on the computer, but I like this so much more.
And what did you guys want to be when you grew up? Like when you were little?
I don't know. Like I convinced myself I wanted to be an accountant. I don't know why this happened, but
Was that maybe your parents?
It was kind of my parents, kind of like, because I was very shy and timid. So I'm like, yo, what job can I get where I don't have to talk that much? And for some reason, accounting seemed to be that job.
Which is funny because you're on YouTube talking a whole
I know,
lot.
which is weird because I just switched up completely. So how about you?
I want to be a journalist ever since 9/11 happened. So I've always wanted to be a journalist. But I did a couple of acting classes when I was in high school, just because I kind of wanted to go that route, and my mom really wanted me to be an actress, so I kind of did that too, but mostly like an on-screen journalist. Yeah,
That's really cool. So what's it like being first generation Canadian, being raised by Indian parents?
it's hard because they do not understand anything. Like, I'm trying to tell my dad, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is my job, it is my career, like, this is like, I'm making money, and he's like, wait, like what? Like, you're making videos online, like, that doesn't make any sense.
It's a struggle, yeah, because like obviously they don't understand what we do because they're not from this world, so they're like, you're making videos online, who's paying you? Like, I don't understand. But it's cool though at the same time,
Yeah, it is cool because I still have that attachment to my roots. Which maybe our kids might not have because they're gonna be like second generation, and we're gonna be their parents, and we're like super Canadian. So.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, we're here, we're mainstream, we're doing all these things, and I think it's hard. Like, how are you going, again, if in the future you ever have kids? What ends up, like, how would you even like go back to teaching them? Like, would you just be like, hope like their grandparents would teach them things?
Yeah.
It would probably be a grandparent thing.
Yeah.
Still, right?
I'd be like, you can just make sure when you're hanging out with my kids, you are teaching them the way.
Teach them the language,
Yes.
teach them the history, everything. Because like we can barely speak the language.
Yeah.
So,
Really?
Yeah.
See, and like I always too, like my parents are from Trinidad, but like my grandparents are from India and stuff like that. So like when they speak Hindi, I don't understand a lot of it. I'll catch like words here and there, but it's like everything else goes over my head. But I would be like, you know how cool it would be to know Hindi and stuff like that? You're like,
That's
so
true.
like you're like that's like basically on your diploma. It should be on your diploma.
Yeah.
It should. Def.
So tell me a little bit about how you guys met and what that was like. What was your first impression of each other?
Ooh.
And how long have you been together actually?
We've been together for 2 years.
2.5 years.
Not a half.
Kind of like 5 months.
Almost a half.
Yeah.
We have a disagreement on the actual
Like
date.
a month away from a half.
Yeah, 2 and almost a half years.
But we met at a video shoot.
Yes.
And actually, the first shoot we met at, because I was filming and she was doing her social media thing.
Okay.
The first shoot we kind of met at, we didn't even say hi to each other. I just treated her as like the person to ask questions. So I'm like, yo, I need this, where can I get it?
You're the
And
assistant.
and that was it.
Legit, yeah. and then I think 2 months later went on another work trip, and he was filming and I was doing my social media, like I was assisting, doing my social media thing, and we were on a flight to India together, and we sat next to each other, and then we kind of
And we still didn't talk.
Yeah, we didn't actually. We didn't even talk. I was like trying to be his friend, but he was like,
I don't want to be this girl's friend.
Like,
She's being annoying.
Yeah,
Like again, because I was like shy and timid, so like I didn't want to talk to anyone at that time. So.
And then I think like towards the end of our India trip, we started like really talking because we were kind of like forced together because there was no one else to talk to. and then when we got back, we realized that we lived so close to each other. Like we both live in Brampton, so we just kind of hit it off.
Yeah.
That's cool. What was your first impression of each other?
I thought he was like really shy.
I thought you were kind of annoying. No, it's okay. That's a lie.
I'm still annoying.
No, I thought she was cool. I thought she was chill. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny that you meet people and you're like, okay, like for you to now be dating and to be in a long-term relationship and things like that. It's like I didn't like this guy when I first met him.
Yeah.
And it's like this guy, like again, first impressions really matter. And for him to think that you're like, I'm just gonna ask this girl questions and not worry more than that. It's funny to see like how that dynamic has changed. So when did you tell your parents that you guys were dating? Did you ever?
We
We haven't.
told them.
Like it kind of like it's one of those things where like she just kept coming over and then like it's just assumed.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure they know. Like there hasn't been like a yo I'm dating Jazz.
And then one day his mom was like, so when are you guys gonna get married? Like legit. And then
It's
we
just
were
like-
like, okay, well, they know we're dating.
Yeah.
It's one of those. Yeah.
So taking it back a little bit, what is culturally appropriate in Indian culture when it comes to like again dating and relationships?
I feel like it depends on the parent.
It does.
It depends on like how cool they are, if they're chill, if they're not. Cause like I've heard some like crazy parent stories and I've heard some chill stories.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we would be on the chiller side.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Like I think my parents used to be like, especially my dad was super like, you have to get married to somebody that's in the same caste as you and the same. I'm like, I don't even know what a caste is.
Yeah.
Like, why are you telling me that? Like it's really strange and like same ethnicity or like same like horoscope or something. And I'm like, but then eventually I think he realized that I'm my own person and I could choose who I want to be with.
Yeah.
But a lot of parents aren't like that. A lot of parents are like arranged marriage still, and like they're very picky about who their kids like date. If dating is an option.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like, have your parents ever approached you on like arranging your marriage?
Oh no.
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 Like they were
Wait.
never like, oh, I have this like boy for you. I have this girl for you.
Oh, they did it to you.
There's one time
when we were dating.
while we were dating, like very early, like before they even knew you kind of thing. Like while we were still in that like sneaking around phase where I'm like, yo, I'm going out with my friends, but Jazz is outside to pick me up kind of thing. But my dad used to come home with pictures of girls from India, and I'm like, dude, do you think I'm not able to get a girl? Like, what is this? Like, I felt so disrespectful. I'm like, I can get girls. Like, but
your dad's like, I'm concerned. Harjit, do you like this one?
I was like, what? But as soon as Jazz came home, like that all stopped. Like, immediately, thank God.
It's cool how that happens because I feel like again parents are still like very much in denial about this whole like dating concept. They're like, dating is not a real thing. It's either like you see the boy, you like him, you get married.
Exactly.
That's kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
And I mean, even like in West Indian culture, it's very similar to East Indian culture because it's a very, very similar thing. But I think with brown parents, it's, you know, it's very difficult to explain, especially when you're a first generation Canadian, to explain different things. You're like, Mom, this is how people like live. This is how people do.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like even like going out on dates. Like that's not a constant like, why do you always need to see this boy? Like I'm sure you probably get that.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Right?
Yeah.
So, with YouTube now, again, how are you guys navigating that with your parents? Because I'm sure that they're like, why don't you guys go to school? Why don't you become this? Why don't you do that? Why don't you go make money? Like, you know what I mean? Without realizing, but I am making money, guys.
Yeah.
Well, like, we got a lot of that, like, earlier on when we were just, like, starting out. But now it's kind of more chilled out because they know we're getting successful and we're getting, like, a recognition. We're in newspapers. We're, like, doing this, like, stuff like that. But at the beginning, it was different. And my mom would tell my friends to get me jobs, like, all the time. I'm like, Mom, believe in my dreams, man, you know? Like, no one wanted to believe in us. And then now it's different. And I'm sure it was the same for you,
the
right?
first year of us doing YouTube, I was working like 3 other jobs because, you know, we weren't making that much money. And so my dad never understood. He's like, you went to school for marketing. Like, go do something in your field. Like, why are you working these restaurant jobs? I'm like, Dad, I can't do a 9 to 5 right now.
I got too many other things going on.
I have to work
vision.
on YouTube. Like, I have a vision. And now he's like, every day he's like, oh, like, how are you guys doing? How many subscribers do you guys have? Like, he's like super excited about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my dad even tracks like our views. Like,
oh, cool.
He'll watch the videos and he'll be like, yeah, that video did alright.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what can you change to make the next video better?
Yeah.
And stuff.
So a lot of what you guys do is again sketch comedy based.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you guys write your own stuff, all your own scripts and things like that.
Yeah.
Where do you draw a lot of your inspiration from?
From us.
Yeah, from us, from our friends, just like people around us, especially couples around us. Like we kind of see like, oh, what are they fighting about today?
Yeah.
And like, what are they,
what are they fighting about today?
Yeah, let's make a video on that.
So we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna continue, guys. You guys are watching Real Talk with Jaz and Harjit, so stay tuned.
Think you have what it takes to bring value to the community? The TCN TV network is expanding and now accepting TV show proposals. Here's an opportunity to build celebrity status and become part of an elite group of community advocates that are focused on building, strengthening, and empowering our community in a positive way. Are you interested in embarking on a new adventure? TCN TV is searching for people interested in opportunities to change the conversation and pave an unforgettable legacy. If you feel you have something of value to offer, send a written show proposal to shows@mytcntv.com.
Hey guys, welcome back. You're watching Real Talk, and I am your host, Alyssa Mahadeo. Today we have YouTwoTV's Jaz and Harjit, you know, local from Brampton, out there doing the thing on YouTube, and I love it. I love it so much because, you know what, YouTube is something that, again, the newer generation is now, like, fully immersed themselves in, and it's something that, again, people are making money on, people are allowed to create their own content, and like basically have their creative visions and dreams come true.
Yeah.
Right? Like you guys are allowed to be actors and actresses just based on, I'm going to film this video today because this is my vision. I'm the director. I'm the producer. I'm this, that, and the next. So I want to talk about you guys on YouTube individually. When did you guys start your respective YouTube journeys?
I made YouTube videos right after high school. I started making them like because I was bored, because my friends pissed me off, so I made a video about them. I didn't say their names, but you know, the video was about them. And I kept doing this thing where I would make a channel, make like 4 videos. They did good. Deleted everything because I was like, yo, this isn't good enough. And I kept doing it over and over again, so I didn't like get anywhere because I kept going up and down and up and down. And after I met Jazz, I started a vlog channel because she also had her vlog channel. And then I was just vlogging. And then YouTwoTV after that, yeah.
Okay, and what about you?
So I started like showing interest in YouTube back when I graduated high school. I think my first year of university, and I started my own channel, and it was like beauty, and I don't know why, like I don't nothing about beauty, but
it's hard out there.
So I started like a beauty channel, and then I lasted like 2 months, and I like gave up, and then fast forward like 5-6 years. I was like traveling the world a lot with my job, and because I was traveling so much, I'm like, it would be really cool to record this. So then I started daily blogging, and then I met Harjit, and like for the first year we were dating, we would have our own channel separately, and we were like vlogging, but we ended up like doing the same stuff, and that's kind of where like YouTwoTV started, because we realized we were doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, it was like 2
on
vlogs,
2 separate channels.
that were the same.
Yeah.
So YouTwoTV started this year, or was it last year?
Last year.
Okay. And then when you guys started it, did you ever consider what happens if we break up?
No.
Did that ever cross your mind?
No. We're so
It's not gonna happen.
And I love that it's like the relationship is so, because I've seen, like, I follow a lot of other like YouTubers on YouTube as well, and I see like these guys who are in relationships, and like,
I know,
you see their relationship falls apart. So I guess my next question is, do you think that YouTube ruins relationships?
No.
I
don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I feel like I feel like it's the relationship itself.
Yeah.
Like there are couples on YouTube that haven't broken up. It's that some bigger ones have, and that's just the way it goes, I guess. But like, I feel like it depends.
Yeah, it's finding that balance between YouTube and being in a relationship, and we have a really good balance where, like, you know, some days we want a date night, and then we'll go out and have a date night. But for the most part, like, we have the same mind. We both know that, like, we're both business minded, and we both really just want to create all the time. So
what do you guys think the foundation of a good relationship is?
Communication.
Love that.
No,
See, these guys are homies for life, for real. No, that's cool. So what, again, because I honestly want this to be like an educational forum as well for people, because I have a lot of friends who are in relationships, and I see a lot of relationships even in my day-to-day life, as you guys do as well. And what you guys kind of parody are the problems that a lot of relationships have. And how is it that you think that we can, you know, even like, how does communication factor into that? How do you guys work through things? I'm sure, like, you guys don't seem like people who fight, but what kind of, if you guys did fight about, what do you think you would fight about?
Well, we do like our fights aren't really like fights. The like 2 minutes, like 2 minutes of arguing. Then there's like a 2 minutes of silence, and then everything's fine.
And then it's like, I'm sorry. And it's like, I'm sorry too.
Yeah,
okay.
It's one of those. But when we fight, it's always about. It's usually scripting.
Yeah.
Right?
Sometimes we don't agree on like scripts. But like relationship wise, we don't fight on like about anything. Like I think we have a pretty solid relationship, and we spend like every day together. So I can't be like, you're cheating on me, because like you do not leave my side.
Exactly, because like I feel like we've been together for 2 years, but it feels like a very long amount of time, because we spend every single day like 24 hours together. It's kind of weird.
And what types of things do you guys talk about to, you know, make sure that you keep on the same page?
We communicate everything, like every idea we have, every thought, like legit. Because even like when we have problems with each other, like if I feel like she's acting a certain kind of way and I don't like it, I just say it right then. Because like if we bottle things up, then we're just gonna explode one day, and then it can be worse than it was even supposed to be.
Yeah. So saying something like, "You're being really annoying today," like,
I get that all the time.
I don't take it.
And you never catch feelings about it either,
because
right?
I'm like, okay, I am being
maybe
really annoying.
I am being really annoying.
like you wouldn't say it to me if I wasn't. So yeah.
And I think that's a true testament to how self-aware you guys are individually as well, right? Because I mean, you can't be in a relationship if you don't know yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
True.
So like, even for him to tell you something like, you know, Jazzy being really annoying today, be like,
Yeah.
you know what, I really am kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Let me like tone that down a little bit. Kind
Yeah.
of thing. But then, I mean, that also helps in your other relationships as well in your life, right? And what are some examples that you've seen from other like couples in your life as well? Like, you know, positive and negatives.
We do see a lot of couples like bottle things up. So we'll be friends. We're friends with a lot of couples. So like we'll hear like the guy side, we'll hear the girl side, and I'm like, why don't you guys just tell each other?
Yeah, it's weird because like I never talk about Jazz to anyone else. Like I've never had a reason to.
Yeah.
Like, I just say
Let
it
me
to
go
her.
and like sit and be like, oh my god, Jazz pissed me off today.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
never happened ever. But like people do it to us all the time.
Yeah.
And they tell us their story, and then the girlfriend comes and tells us her story. Like, why are you telling me? Like, I don't
Yeah,
care.
maybe you should go talk to them.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
What have you guys learned about being in a relationship from your parents?
I guess it's like teamwork.
I guess.
Like
but,
my parents are like we're very like team oriented. Like when they did like house chores or whatever, it was very like, okay, you do this, I'll do this kind
That's
of
true.
thing. So I guess I learned that.
Same.
So going back to YouTube, some of your favorite YouTube videos that you've had to make so far.
Oh.
Because I've seen some of your recent ones. I saw the one that you guys did with It.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I love that video. I
Yeah.
love it.
That one was hilarious.
That was sick. I think that's my top 10. I love
Yeah,
that video.
I think my favorite is we did one for Halloween last year, and it was
things that
things that happen in horror movies versus real life. So it's like what you would do in a horror movie versus what you would do in real life, and
Yeah.
like I thought it was like hilarious.
that's like one of my favorites too.
Yeah.
100%.
I think that's something that people relate to the most. So, like, we're sitting here watching a horror movie, and the person's like there's a noise, and you're like, let me go investigate
And they
this.
go
guy.
towards it. I'm like, no,
don't do it.
You leave.
That's hilarious. There was this one video I saw too, where Harjit does your makeup.
Yes.
Yeah.
How stressful was that for you?
Oh my god. I was only stressed because I was like, these are my expensive makeup
Like
products.
clothes?
Like, do not ruin them.
She only let me touch like certain things.
Yeah.
Cause like I wanted to use a brush in some other things. She's like, nah, you can't.
She's
do
like,
that.
you can't
No.
mix things.
You can't mix
you
things,
can't.
no.
You can't.
Ruin the fun.
And did you ever do his makeup?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. We did that one first.
No, we did mine second.
Oh, we did your second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me about what you guys do when you're not on camera. When you guys are not, you know, out there. The camera is your life essentially. Like
Yeah.
your whole life is being filmed all
Yeah.
the time. But what do you guys, you know, to keep yourself grounded and you know to even like, you know, be back in real life. Put yourself back in real
Like
life.
aside from work.
Yeah, aside
Okay,
from work.
cool.
We
We watch a lot of Netflix.
we eat junk food and watch a lot of Netflix. Yeah.
But then we also go to the gym, so we try not to eat junk food, but
Yeah,
we end
so
up
it's
eating
like
junk
a-
food.
it's
But
like
a
a
lot of
circle
it
of
is like
life.
TV, movies,
Yeah.
gym.
And just like hanging out with some friends
Yeah,
sometimes.
sometimes.
If you guys weren't on YouTube, what do you guys think you would be doing?
I would- oh, you wanna go first?
I'd probably still be like in the entertainment industry somehow, whether it be behind the screen or in front of the screen. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably be doing film. I'd probably be making like short films and music videos and
Mm-hmm.
just what I was doing before.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever think that maybe in the future you'd probably even work on like your own feature-length film, like a movie together?
Maybe.
I think we would.
It's
I probably wouldn't film it though.
Yeah.
I'd probably get someone else to do it.
Be like, I'm not doing this work. But like even those actors who are like, oh, I was the director on this film. I don't understand how actors become directors on like feature-length films.
Yeah.
I think that's insane to me because I'm
Yeah.
just like, I feel like it's a whole lot of work because
That's a
that's
lot.
your like vision, and then you're also like, oh, but let me go and act as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? So tell me, so how are you guys going to, so you guys do a lot of couple videos. How do you guys think you're going to break away from that in the future? Because I know that maybe probably don't want to always do couple videos,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because it kind of limits you to only what you can do. So how do you guys think you're going to expand out of that a little bit?
We do. We try not to do like a couple video back to back. So we'll do like a couple video, and then we'll do like a school video, and then we'll do like a Halloween video. Like, but actually they always kind of have like a couple
That
aspects
was a
to
couple
it.
aspects to it, but we are working on a couple of other projects. Like
Yes.
we have some more serious stuff that's not comedy.
Okay.
That's gonna come out, and we have a song
Have a song?
You guys
that's gonna
sing?
come out.
No, we don't. Oh, we try.
We try.
we auto tune.
We auto-tune.
We auto-tune heavy. But there's like other kinds of projects coming out soon, so it's not all gonna be just couple stuff.
Yeah.
When you say serious, what kinds of serious?
Just like emotional stuff. I have like a story I want to tell about like depression and suicide, and we're gonna do like a film on that, and I don't know.
Couple other ideas.
Just like a lot of like mental health stuff.
Do you guys find it hard to transition from comedy to serious because it's two like ends of the spectrum?
We've never tried.
We haven't done it yet, so this would be the first time.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes.
How do you think your current audience is gonna receive that?
I think they will be open to it, and I think it'll be refreshing for them to see something
Different
from
Completely
us.
different,
Yeah.
And I think on YouTube that people really appreciate that honesty as well. So we're going to take a quick break. We've just run out of time again because this is what happens when you're having a good time. But we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Are you retiring smart? Make your home's equity work for you. With your home's equity and our 30 years of experience, the Retire Smart Properties team can help you achieve the quality of life you've always wanted. Our services are 360 degrees. We'll give you advice, take care of staging and selling, and help you find the perfect home and community to transition to. It's time to enjoy the retirement lifestyle you deserve. Visit our website today to learn how you can use your home to retire comfortably. The Retire Smart Properties team, powered by RE/MAX West.
Discover the incredible India.
Welcome back. We're out here keeping it real with Real Talk, and I am your host, Alyssa Mahadeo. And today we have YouTwoTV's Jaz and Harjit from Brampton, B-Town represent.
Hey, all day, all day.
We're having some great conversations about, their relationship and their YouTube journey, and I'm learning a lot. I mean, I'm hoping that you guys are learning as well, just a little bit more about them, and even, how to keep your own relationship healthy, because these guys seem to be doing it well. So,
For sure.
I wanted to talk about a little bit about our greater purpose and our cause and things that, really like resonate with us as people and how we want to give back and help the community. So what are some, charities or organizations that you would potentially like to work with, or what are some causes that are really close to your hearts?
Well, we actually went to a MeetAWe kind of like meeting yesterday.
Yeah.
So we like saw this amazing presentation about, going to Kenya or India or Ecuador and helping the kids in need like build schools and get them education, get them water. So I think that's like a really cool organization that I'd love to work with. Mental health really resonates with me, so that's something that we're actually working on right now. Like we're working on a video and hopefully attaching a charity to that. So yeah. Like mental health is a huge thing because I feel like, especially in the Indian community, we don't talk about it as much as we should and as we need to, especially. And I feel like it happens. People in the Indian community aren't aware of it, but a lot of people have it. A lot of people are like depressed or anxious or whatever it may be, and talking about it will really help. So I think that, yeah,
Definitely.
It is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is important that we talk about these things. And I like that you touched on the fact that, again, the Indian community doesn't really address these things. And even the West Indian community is the same thing. Like, if you go to Trinidad or you go to any of the Caribbean islands and you talk about things like I was thinking about this or I was having this thought, or people think you're crazy. And that's kind of what they just chalk it up to be. They're like, oh, no, she's crazy. Put her in a madhouse kind of thing. But that's not the case. Like, there's actually something wrong with her, or him. And it's something that people, again, need to discuss. They need to talk about. And, I mean, I'm glad that more and more people are now coming out and even raising awareness for things like this because people suffer in silence every day. And you're like, oh, how are you doing? Well, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But you're not fine.
Yeah, exactly.
What about yourself?
Same thing.
Same thing. You guys are working on everything together. Any upcoming projects that people like that your fans can look out for?
A song.
A song.
Or a song. Your
Yes.
song.
We're gonna record it like today.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are
As
recording
soon
it
as we
today.
leave here, we're gonna record the song.
Yeah.
And then the video about depression.
Yeah.
That should be
Oh,
coming
okay.
out soon too. Yeah.
Is it probably like, is it tied together?
No.
No, they're two
They're
separate
they're
things.
two separate
They're
things.
two different
So
things.
we're gonna
yeah.
release one on Monday, and then either lighten the mood by the other one, or go the opposite direction and post the other one. So one or the other.
So what I wanted to ask you also as well, on camera, you guys become different people. You guys are actors. You guys are very professional about it. How do you guys determine what you're comfortable sharing and what you're not comfortable with sharing?
Like as a couple.
I mean, as a couple, as
As
individuals.
individuals.
Yeah.
I feel like with YouTube, you just write it off as you have to share everything.
Really?
You're making this voice for yourself that that you kind of really just have to share everything, because you have a voice now and you may help somebody with the stories that you have and like the things that you're going through. So I don't know. I feel like as vloggers
we do share a lot. I feel like there's certain aspects that we don't share. I
Yeah.
feel like people like when you watch a vlogger online, it seems like they're vlogging all day, but it's actually like 10% of their day.
Yeah,
it's
Because
like,
you're like doing bits and pieces of your life,
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
yeah, because it's a 10-minute video and there's 24 hours in a day. Like what else? You're doing so much more, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but we do share like quite a lot.
A lot, yeah.
And there hasn't been anything that we've had to talk about. Like, is this too much or is this whatever? Because right, it's pretty
Yeah.
chill,
Do you ever worry about being emotional on camera?
No.
No,
I feel like if we're emotional, we're emotional.
we're
that day.
emotional. People
Mm-hmm.
resonate with that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, even like I find it like so difficult to even think about having to like share your thoughts and feelings in such a public forum, again, on
Yeah.
camera. Like they can see you. Like if I can write that down and send you a letter, I'd
Yeah.
probably do that
Yeah.
better than like sitting down and talking to a camera and be like, these are my feelings, because I'm not that person. But I find with YouTube, you can't really get away from that. And again, people watch that. People want to see that. They want to see that you're real people. They want to see that you're genuine. That, yeah, Jazz is out there. She's living her best life, but she also has her own problems that she's dealing with,
Exactly.
internally.
Yeah.
So even like scrolling through some of your comments, you get like equal probably hate, and then people who are like, yeah, go Jaz
Yeah.
and Harjit. And I noticed like a really common thing that comes up in your comments are hashtag relationship goals.
Yeah.
Like everyone's like, oh, Jaz and Harjit are hashtag relationship. Do you ever feel the pressure of having to always carry out a perfect relationship on screen, or are you just like, that's how we are?
No, that's legit how we are.
Yeah, that's legit how we are.
We're actually relationship goals all the
Yeah.
time. Like legit. I'm not even making it up.
Yeah. And people are probably like, they're not relationship goals. They really have problems. Like, do people ever try to like start fights between you guys?
No, not
No.
at all. People are pretty like supportive. We get a lot more love than hate, I think.
Yeah, I feel like the hate comments just like stick out more, so it seems like they're there, but like it's like 5%.
Yeah.
Like it's not even that big of a deal.
Yeah.
So they're not even like real people at that point.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
who are you?
Yeah. What kind of hate comments have you gotten?
It's usually not. Actually, we've gotten some really bad ones.
Yeah, like I get your eyebrows are ugly. like
That's not that bad.
like
like
people,
some like very like sexual, like very disgusting comments.
Yeah.
Like it happens like not to me, to her.
Yeah.
But
We get emails all the time like, can you guys make out on camera and stuff?
Yeah,
That's not a
we-
hate comment, but it's very strange.
we've gotten this was like a week ago, and the guy was like, "Are you guys a real couple? If so, can you make out on camera?"
But why is it that
I'm
they
like-
need like proof?
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
why?
I don't get it.
Because and like I saw you guys made a video as well at the beginning of the year being like, we are dating, and I'm like,
Yes.
for you even to have to make that,
I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, but why?
I know,
like
I
it's
know.
kind of obvious that these two are dating. Like, why
Yeah.
would you have to ask that question? I'd be like, oh, but are you dating? Like, what do you need? Like proof from me? Let's go to a science lab and let's do an
Exactly.
experiment at that point. What do you hear from your young audience? Like, what do you hear? Do you ever hear from your fans? Like, what do they say when? Do they ever meet you in real life? Do you guys ever do meet and greets and stuff like that?
We've never done a meet.
We've never done a meet and greet, but we run into at least a couple people a day.
A handful a day.
Yeah, especially in Brampton. A lot of Brampton fans. And they're just really cool. They're just really excited to meet us. They get really nervous. So, like, I'll be like, oh, what's your favorite video? They'll be like, I love you.
I love you. Yeah, they're really chill.
Yeah. But yeah, our younger fans are pretty cool. They.
We just see them. We talk for a bit.
Do they ever ask you for advice and stuff like on the spot?
Oh, sometimes.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, we get relationship. Give us relationship advice.
Yeah.
One person asked us if we could do a Snapchat for his girlfriend or for his ex-girlfriend so he can get him back, or he can get her back.
Hopefully he's not watching.
I mean, that's cute though, because I mean, they were like, "Oh my God, I saw Jaz and Harjit on the street." You know, those guys are relationship goals.
There's people that think we'll save their relationship if we do like a Snapchat for them. I'm like,
you guys
have
like,
a deeper issue. I
was like, you guys are like gods in that aspect. They were like, "Oh my God, they're like relationship fairies. They're gonna help it." Do your parents watch any of your videos?
Yeah.
My dad doesn't, but
my dad and mom will scroll through all of them.
What kind of feedback have you gotten from your family?
They think it's cool.
They think it's
like,
cool.
There's certain scenes here and there that maybe they're not happy
I
with.
was going to ask you, like, does it ever get uncomfortable with some of the relationship? Like, I've seen some of them where it was like, you guys don't look like you're wearing clothes, and then they're just like do your family and friends see that?
The first time they saw it, it was brought up from another family, like an aunt.
Yeah.
Auntie was like, I was creeping on
and
you.
And they called me, and they're like, what is this? But they were saying it in a more calm way. Because my parents are more chill.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they started being more chill now. And my aunt was like, oh, this is bad. This is not good.
Yeah.
And then I kind of just broke it down. I'm like, yo, like, this is acting, right? Like, we're not naked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a blanket, and then we have clothes on under,
Yeah.
right? And then, like, I started, like, to break it down. Like, do you watch movies? Is it in movies?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that's how I kind of explained it. And now they understand. And then whenever, like, an aunt or an uncle bring it up, they kind of break it down to themselves.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Auntie called your mom and she was like, I've seen Jaz and Harjit doing some scandalous
And now I don't talk to
things."
that. I stopped talking. I'm like, yo, you like, no.
You two out here also ruining relationships.
She's trying to ruin us.
Yeah.
What is this?
No, but again, I feel like it's none of your business at this point. Like, I'm doing something because I love it. Why can't you just respect me in that aspect?
Exactly.
And just like, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I mean, I have my own family who doesn't even respect what I do. And I'm just like, guys, I'm out here doing my own hustle. Like, it's not my fault your life is boring.
Yes.
So we're gonna actually take one more quick break, and we come back. I made a game for the two of you guys. It's called the Homies for Life game.
Hey,
oh, sweet.
Hey.
So we're gonna play that when we come back. We're gonna take a quick break. Okay, so stay tuned.
Think you have what it takes to bring value to the community? The TCN TV network is expanding and now accepting TV show proposals. Here's an opportunity to build celebrity status and become part of an elite group of community advocates that are focused on building, strengthening, and empowering our community in a positive way. Are you interested in embarking on a new adventure? TCN TV is searching for people interested in opportunities to change the conversation and pave an unforgettable legacy. If you feel you have something of value to offer, send a written show proposal to shows@mytcntv.com.
Hello and welcome back. You are watching Real Talk, and I'm here with Jaz and Harjit of YouTwoTV. we're just trying to, you know, gather ourselves because we're like, oh, gotta, you know, rearrange and whatnot. So I made up a game for these guys. Not really, I didn't make this up. Okay, this is a real game that people play. And I called it, so it's homies for life, you know, because these guys are homies for life.
All day.
And so they're basically a bunch of questions that best friends would either know about each other or they can answer for each other. So I'm gonna, like, we just dropped this while we were trying to rearrange ourselves. No, it's not. I gave her the whole thing anyways. So we're going to pick a question, and then, so I gave you pen and paper, and you guys are going to write the answer. And then you guys can't see the answers. We're going to reveal them one by one.
Okay, cool.
Okay?
Done.
So the first question is, who was your homie's first celebrity crush?
First?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So you guys have to know this. You can also make up an answer if you want.
Cool.
Creativity.
What's your name?
Creativity wins.
First celebrity crush. Oh, man. I know current. I don't know first.
That's why I said first, because I'm like, maybe she shared that with you. Jazz already done. She's already on top of
She's
this.
beating me still, I'm not gonna lie. Cool.
All right, so who wants to go first?
Jazz.
Go first?
Do you want to say it? Like what yours is?
Or you can show the camera.
My first celebrity crush?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Am I right?
True, yeah, true.
it was just Elma.
Just Elma.
And what was...
Mine's Childish Gambino, and that's her current.
That is my current celebrity crush.
But was it your first?
I don't even know my first celebrity crush.
So I
never
technically
had,
win.
like-
Yeah.
Alright, cool, sick.
I guess you got that point then. And yours was Jessica Alba, and yours was Jessica... That's right?
Yeah, that's right.
correct. All right.
So it's 1-1.
All right. So the second one is, okay, what are 3 items that your homie always carries with them? All times.
Okay.
So 3 things.
3 items. Well, can we say like the basics, like phone and wallet?
No.
Right? Okay.
No,
cool.
like 3 things they always
That's what
have
you wrote,
to...
right? You wrote phone and wallet, right? I knew it.
Those are like basic
I know,
things
that's
that they
what I'm
always
thinking.
have with them. So like it has to be 3 things that aren't your phone and your wallet and your keys.
Alright, cool.
Cool.
Anything else is fair game at this point because I can't think more than that.
They always carry with them?
Yeah, like they always have to have with them. Like if they're going like on an overnight trip somewhere, they need to bring that with them.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, cool.
And this one we're gonna guess. So you're gonna guess what the 3 things that she wrote is, and you're gonna guess what 3 things he wrote was.
I know exactly what you wrote.
This is hilarious.
And hold on, wait. One more
You're taking
thing.
too much time.
Oh, sorry. Oh, cool.
Done.
I thought you were homies for life.
Okay,
so
done.
let's
We
know
got it. We're
so,
good.
Jazz, you go first. Guess what he wrote.
My computer.
Oh shit.
My computer, my curling iron,
Yeah.
and my makeup.
Okay. And what'd you
Okay.
write?
I put chapstick.
Okay.
I put curling iron and
Okay.
straightener
Okay.
and body lotion.
Okay.
You went with like toiletries.
I know.
You were like, she's gotta bring those stuff anyways.
As soon as you said overnight, that's what clicked in my mind.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you were like, she probably brings a bag of toiletries and this was in that bag. I mean, that makes sense. You get maybe like half points at that point.
Alright, cool.
Okay. Well,
So what do you think she wrote?
Okay, so blow dryer,
yes.
mousse,
Yes.
and
One more.
comb.
I put laptop.
I knew you
Oh,
put
I
that.
put
Yeah, I
laptop.
was gonna
Okay,
say that.
she still wins because.
She's the one.
So you win that one. So Jazz is winning this
Cool.
one.
And I did the order he said it, like blow dryer.
Yeah,
mousse.
You did, yeah.
You just know him that well. You gotta be like hair on fleek all the time.
Hair on fleek every day.
Okay, next question. All right, so this question is a little kind of out there. We'll see how it goes. Cause I don't know you guys that well, but we'll see how it goes. So, what extreme sport would your homie never try, but you want to see them do it anyways?
Oh. Jazz would try anything.
Oh.
This question's invalid. Jazz would do anything.
I don't know if I spelled this right.
That's fine. Spelling doesn't count for anything here.
Oh no.
Jazz is on fleek with all these answers, and you're just like, let me
No,
think about
no.
this.
I know my bae.
It's always like that. You just know them so well. You're like, I know exactly what he would do in this, like if the house is burning down.
Okay, so should I just say what I
No,
have?
what do you think? What do you think he wrote?
That I would never do an extreme sport.
Yeah.
There isn't anything, right?
Anything to do with like snakes or
I screwed up. I put skydiving. I don't know why I did that.
That is like the one thing
That's
I
the one thing she
want
would
to
do too. Cause I was stressed out.
This wasn't what do they want to do.
I was
like,
stressed out, man.
The pressure was too much. The pressure was too much. All right, you go.
What is yours? What do you think?
What do you think she wrote?
The extreme sport that I wouldn't do. Probably something to do with, like, you know the surfing thing, where like you're on the water attached to the thing.
I put bungee jump.
I would bungee jump.
You would
Really?
bungee
I
jump?
would bungee jump.
You're the type of
What is
person who
that
would be
sport
scared.
called?
Remember we were talking about the vlog and we're gonna go bungee jumping?
Oh yeah, like skiing, I guess, or like water skiing. Is that what you're talking about?
Snorkeling. I wouldn't do that.
Isn't that like windsurfing? Oh, you wouldn't do snorkeling?
No,
Really?
Why
So
not?
I'm afraid of water.
Oh,
He is
okay.
afraid
I
of
can't
water.
swim.
All right, so windsurfing would also be out.
Yeah.
All right, so next question. If your homie was a Disney prince / princess, which one would they be?
Soft.
And like
Wait.
you don't like she doesn't have to be a princess. She can also be a prince because
Okay, cool.
we don't have gender roles here.
Boom.
Okay, we're gonna go. Harjit, you guess what she wrote first.
Aladdin.
I wrote Prince Charming.
I don't know anything about Prince Charming.
Okay,
Uh,
and what did he write?
Jasmine.
Done. No,
That would have been
You
so
were supposed
cute.
to go with the. Anyways, yeah. If you wrote Aladdin, yeah, that would have been adorable.
Yeah, that would have been. Really
I would have
cute.
cried too.
Why would you have Aladdin?
I don't know. I didn't think of it.
Prince Charming. All right. She was like, no, I'd rather you just be Prince Charming. Then you're like everywhere,
That's
right?
true. That's true.
Okay, so next question. Okay, what does your homie love the most about themselves?
About themselves?
Yeah, about himself.
The most about themselves.
Oh my god.
Does that have to be like a physical feature? Or
It can be anything.
it can be anything?
Yeah, it could be a personality trait. It could be a physical feature. It could be.
About themselves. Yo, I'm slipping right now. I can't believe this. Most about
This is
yourself.
like the ultimate test.
Most about yourself.
Not that you like about her, like that she likes about herself.
Cool. Boom.
Okay, what do you think you wrote?
I don't know.
I put you're a giving person.
Oh, that's cute. What did you think I put for you?
My hair.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, unless my hair is on point. I have to bring the blow dryer. I've got to bring the mousse. So that's probably what it was gonna be. All right. Next question.
Cool.
What superpower would your homie want to have and why?
Oh, you told me this the other day.
I don't even know who's
forget.
winning anymore.
Yeah, same. I think she's winning.
I
though.
think she's winning though.
I think it's
because
3-2.
If it was a speed contest, she already won.
Oh, true,
I don't know why I put one.
So superpower and why? It has to be a good reason too. Like it can also be completely made up. It could even be like a superpower that you want them to have,
Oh, cool. Then I
which
have
could
to
get kind of weird.
speed. Oh, I said mine out loud. Did you hear it?
No.
Cool.
Okay, you can guess first what she wrote after you
She
finish reading.
wrote teleportation.
No, I
No?
didn't.
What did you write?
Stop time.
Oh, true.
Stop time.
And why?
Why though?
Because then I could just stop time and then do all the work that I want to do.
Oh, and then start time and be like,
It's
look at all the
me,
work
no?
that I've done.
It's my power. Isn't
Oh
it the
yeah,
power that I should have?
yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, like I figured you would want, same brain now.
I put speed for you because you take forever to change your clothes and stuff.
You were supposed to wait for her to guess.
Oh, I forgot.
You're
Oh,
not
you-
playing the
he's
game
already
right.
losing the
Like,
game.
I
you're losing.
forgot. I'm sorry.
Okay, we have two more questions.
Okay.
Two more questions,
I
alright?
promise I'll stop screwing up.
Okay.
Cool.
What is your homie's pet peeve?
About me?
About, like what's her pet peeve and what's his pet peeve?
Okay.
Because everyone has one of those, to be honest. Things
That's
annoy
true.
people. It could be like something that you find annoying about him or her. Like, I hate when you do that. Why are you like this?
Cool. Done.
Alright, what did he write?
Chewing loudly. Okay, this man chews like this. Like it's so
Allow me,
annoying.
man.
It's so
Why
annoying.
do you like that? Are you an
I don't know.
animal?
That's a bad habit.
Alright. And
Oh,
what
one
did
thing.
she write about you?
About me?
Yeah.
Pet peeve. You take forever to get ready.
Yeah, I put like waiting.
Yes. yes. Yes.
Okay, last question. I don't even know what the last question is. Alright, last question. Okay. Okay, so I realized after I wrote this question that it didn't really make sense, but I'll read it to you. You can be the judge of that. So, give your homie a name from the opposite gender. Now, your name is Jaz and your name is Harjit. So it's kind of already interchangeable.
Yeah,
so,
it is interchangeable. Yeah.
So you guys can give your name, like if you could pick a new name for each other, what would your names be? So you pick a new name for her and you pick a new name for him.
Like a girl name for him?
You can pick a girl name for him if you want. If you want him to be called a girl name, be like, my bae, this is his name. There's no shame here.
Cool. Almost done. Alright. I'm done. Jada, I've done this before. I'm just gonna give you a hint.
You can't give hints.
No,
Do you not want to win?
She's not gonna know though.
You called me this before?
No, just guess.
Okay, what do you think? What name do you think he gave you?
Like a guy name?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't know. Like Alfred or something?
No.
Alfred? Would you go with
LeBron
James?
Remember that time?
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. And what name did she give you?
I don't know. Harleen?
How about Stupid Head?
Be like, my babe's name is Stupid Head?
Stupid Head, yeah.
That reminds me.
It represents his personality perfectly.
Hey, rude.
That reminds me of if you guys ever watch Friends? Are you guys fan of the show Friends? Do you ever seen that episode where Phoebe changes her name?
I've only seen like 2 episodes. She's a big fan though.
What did she change her name to?
Princess Consuela.
Oh yeah.
But that's what it reminded me of a little bit. So we're gonna take a quick break. We're having so much fun here on Real Talk, and we come back. I think we're done. Oh, we're done.
Never mind.
Anyways, we wrapped it up. We had a great time here on the show. Thank you so much, Jaz and Harjit, for coming in. I hope you guys had a great time. Yeah. And
wait, who won?
Jaz did.
Jaz won.
Oh, yeah.
Jaz won. Yeah.
Any final thoughts? How do you guys keep it real every single day of your lives?
Don't forget to stay true to yourself.
Can we swear?
No, don't swear.
No, we can't swear. And stop caring about what others think.
Okay.
Yes.
But we know what he actually meant.
You know what I mean.
All right, guys. Always remember to keep it real. We'll see you again next week. Bye.
Peace.
My name is Alyssa Mahadeo, journalist and community reporter, and I dedicate my time to searching for the stories that matter the most. Positive, uplifting, and inspiring stories that spotlight the challenges and obstacles we conquer to become the people who we are today. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of all the fairy tale lifestyles that people seem to be living on social media. Girl, you did not wake up like that. I'm interested in the genuine connections, the honest opinions, and the real uncut version of your true self. This show is about keeping it 100% real, deconstructing who we are and what we're all about. Join me as we sit down with individuals to discuss the personal struggles, the many challenges, and the moments that define us on this journey of self-discovery. Let's be real, life isn't fair and people make mistakes, but every opportunity is a learning experience. Let's discover the truth together right here on Real Talk.